Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Lernerville Speedway for the RPES Silver Cup Triple 20s. It is round number 11 of 16 for the 2025 Reigel Promotions Esports 360 Sprint Car Series. I believe we have 38 cars already signed in for tonight's action. Give me a second here to load back up my graphics. They're not wanting to come up for some reason, but we're currently watching Ty Williams, who just went third quick. Currently, Tony Dominguez is your fast qualifier. But tonight's action a little bit different than normal. We will have 3 different features on tap tonight. Drivers will be lined up, will be split up into 2 different features. So with the 38 cars, we'll have 19 in each feature. It'll be basically like heat races normally. So they'll be split up into 2, 8-car invert for each. So the fast qualifier will start 8th in the first one, and so on. So whoever 15th fastest in qualifying tonight will start on the pole of the first one, and whoever 16th will start on the pole of the second one. And the top 8 will transfer out of each of those into our final feature of the night, and the rest will go to 2B mains, which will take the top 3 into our 22-car starting field for the final race of the night. There we go. Now the graphics are working. You can see Aiden Stoll is currently your fast caller at the 12.824. It's like Joseph Drostowski is your only car that has not completed any of his laps yet. See, he is having some connection issues there. That would be a new track record for Reigel Promotions Esports by almost over a second, as the previous mark was a 13.733 by Caden Berry back on March 25th of 2024. So new track record tonight by Aiden Stoll with a 12.824. Now we'll head directly into the first feature of the night. Ignore the fact that it's going to say Heat 1, as we all know it is Feature 1. On the pole will be the 69 of John Klimowitz III. Kelly Carmen in car 99 will go from second. Third, the 191 of Matt Grimm. Fourth will be the 42 of Tayton Sander. Fifth, your current points leader, Mason Hannigan. Chase Shaft, he looked strong at Eldora 2 weeks ago, will go from sixth. Going seventh, the 07 of Michael Skirring. Eighth, your fast qualifier tonight and new track record holder here at Lernerville, Aiden Stoll in 72. Miles Jansen, who we saw pick up 2 wins with the 305 series back in May, goes from 9th in the car number 35. And Sean Stevens go from 10th in the 26. Isaac Bowman will roll off 11th in the 09. And Trevor Royer, the last winner here at Lernerville with the 360s, will go from 12th. 13th, 67 Ty Dickinson finally makes his return. He's been out for a few weeks, but he is now back. Same thing with Matt Hinkle, goes 14th. 15th to be the 83 of Greg Robinson. 16th, flying Fred Hoffman. Ty Williams, top 5 in points right now, goes to 17th. 18th, Ethan Milwane. And rounding out the field will be the 1, 2, 3 of Shaden Ackerman. That is your 19-car starting field for the first feature of tonight. You could be getting the 1 to go signal here at the flag stand. So once again, this will be 20 laps of distance, and the top 8 will advance directly into feature number 3. Full feature points are up for grabs on all 3 of tonight's features, so big night for points. As John Klimowitz leads us to the third-party gaming green flag, as we already have a couple cars together. Tate Sander and multiple other cars involved. We may actually get Green and Glean. No, we will not. Benjamin Wirt Abbin tonight will throw the yellow flag. I'm sure that is going to do wonders for the scoring. But at least I think most of the cars got across the line before the yellow came out, so it might be okay on that. We see multiple cars going to pits, though. We got Tate Sander, Sean Stevens, Fred Hoffman, Isaac Bowman, Aiden Stoll. All those drivers headed pit side. As the field now waits for the pace truck to catch up. We'll go back and try to get a look at what exactly happened. There's obviously we saw it started there with Tate Sander up front. The 69 really just, I don't really know if it was anyone's fault there necessarily, just wrong place, wrong time. Like 69 kind of threw the tail up just as you kind of do when you come out of the corner there. The 42 was already there. Some really bad luck. Good news is though, I believe Tate Sander may be lining up 12th here. As you know, everyone else kind of went to the pits, so it may not end up as bad as it could have been for the car of the 42. Last week's Reigel Cup winner at the Eldora Speedway with a 305 series. It will be a single file restart, as we did not get a lap complete. A lot of drivers benefiting from that, though. Matt Grimm, I believe, started back in maybe the 5th spot. I know Mason Hannigan started quite a far back, too. All 3 of them are already up front. We're nearly 4 wide for the race lead. John Klimowitz holds on to it for now, though. Matt Grimm working the bottom side of the speedway here early on. Track is still awfully juiced up after only about 15 minutes of practice on it. Klimowitz still able to hold strong on the top for now. Mason Hannigan and Scurring are alongside each other as we get our second 618 engraving and design caution flag. It's like Matt Hinkle may have been the car involved in this one. Oh, it looks like he gets in the slick stuff there. I was like, oh, of course Tate Sander is the one that has to get into him. But honestly, considering he spun out by himself there in front of most of the field, honestly, pretty lucky for most people to get out of there. Doesn't look like maybe Trevor Royer got involved in something here as well. That may have honestly been Tate Sander that I was thinking about. I saw in the front shift though. Oh no, it was not. It was Trevor Royer. He tried to miss it, and yeah, he he was along for the ride there in turn 4. Well, it looks like he'll get his fast repair and he'll come right back on out. Drivers do have 1 fast repair to their advantage. John Klimowitz, though, looking to hold on for his first career 360 win. Well, first career win with Reigel Promotions Esports in general. When we did the triple 20s back in March with the 305 series, we had 2 brand new winners. As Stephen Metcalf, Joshua Mochek, and I believe Ethan Milwane. Those are the 3 drivers that had won back in March. John Klimowitz will lead Grimm and Hannigan to the line once again. Four wide, they're off the corner. Everyone keeps it clean and green as we are now just 14 laps left in this one. Grimm continues to stay committed to the inside line. Now, he's going to slide up here. May have it off the corner. He does not, as the yellow flag waves for the 3rd time this evening. It's like Ethan Milwane is the car involved here. Oh, he comes up the track into the 5 there, and he's kind of the just stuck in the middle, nowhere else to go, and slides off the bank. No harm done though. He shouldn't have too much damage to that car number 37. So definitely have a little tough getting going here in the first feature of the night. Now, this is the 3rd time we have ever had a feature event with the 360 sprint cars here at Lernerville. The previous 2 times, Caden Berry was the winner on March 25th of 2024. Then Trevor Royer was victorious on June 24th that same year. Trevor Royer right now is running in the 11th position, and Caden Berry is not in competition tonight. Now, as we talked about, Klimowitz has never picked up a win, but Matt Grimm had picked up 3 wins with the 360 Sprint Car Series, as he sits tied for 3rd with Cole DeWeese on the all-time win list. Hannigan goes the inside. He looks to get both of them here in turn 1 and 2. He's going to send it in there. He may go 2 for 1, and he does. Move Mason Hannigan to the top spot. Now Grimm's going to take his hand up front. Hannigan will come right back at him here in turn 3. And he does. He'll take the lead at the line. We got a 4-way dogfight for the lead up front. It's Hannigan, Grimm, Schuring on the inside there. Klimowitz gets alongside. Now Miles Jansen's coming up on the top side. He will get around the 07, move him to P4. Now he took some cut down the track, not able to do so. Almost comes across the nose there. He almost gets over the bank as well. Klimowitz is able to get it wound back up on the top and get by the 07. He cuts back down the track. He will slide up in front of Schuring. He will take the 4th spot back. See if the 07 comes back at him. Up front, though, it is still all Mason Hannigan over Matt Grimm. Schuring's trying to stay right there with Miles Jansen. Your fast qualifier, Aiden Stoll, has worked his way back up to 6th after being involved in that first lap 1 incident. Miles Jansen is looking to bring the 07 with him around 69, and he does. Miles Jansen is on the move. He is up to P3 now. Klimowitz is struggling in the middle side of the racetrack, as Skirring also gets around him. Ty Williams, I am disappointed in you. He always tells me how he loves to run the top, and I don't see it. He's not running the lip. I don't know what's going on with him. Mason Hannigan, 2 laps to go for the 1 car. White flag is out for the one of Mason Hannigan. He will come around turn number 3 and 4 and pick up his 7th win of 2025. The results after 20 laps here at the Lernerville Speedway. Mason Hannigan picks up win number 7 on the year and continues to extend his point lead. Matt Grimm comes home 2nd. 3rd, Miles Jansen. 4th, Michael Skirring. 5th, Aiden Stoll. John Klimowitz III finishes 6th. 7th, Ty Williams. 8th, Ty Dickinson. 9th, Sean Stevens. 10th, Matt Hinkle. 11th, Greg Robinson. 12th, Isaac Bowman. 13th, Ethan Milwane. 14th, Fred Hoffman. Tayton Sander finishes 15th. 16th, Trevor Royer. 17th, Chase Shaft. 18th, Shaden Ackerman. And 19th, Kelly Carman. So now we get ready for feature number 2 on the night. Starting on the pole, he has not raced with us since May of 2024. Ricky Thompson is back in car 24, and he starts on the pole. Bowen Smith will go alongside, and Anthony Villagran, who finished 3rd last week in the Regal Cup at Eldora, and 4th, 305 point leader Jimbo Rooney. 5th, Ryan Sheet. 6th, Alec Zarinsky. 7th, Nick Larry. 8th, Colton Brewer. 9th, Parker Anus. 10th, Jeremy Christensen. 11th, Paul Heward. 12th, John Klimowitz Jr. 13th, Jackson Sutton. 14th, Tony Dominguez. 15th, Joseph Groom. 16th, Jason Haynes. 17th, Kevin Goodall. 18th, Matthew Hobbs. And 19th, the 412 of Joseph Trustowski. Once again, 20 laps to the distance, and they will come at you next time around in turn number 3 and 4. Top 8 will advance on to the final feature of the night. The rest will have to go through one of the 2 beam mains later on. Much better start up front this time, as Ricky Thompson holds the lead here out of turn 2. Bowen Smith, who hasn't picked up a win since the opener back in March at Volusia, is definitely going to be looking very hungry here for a race win. See, Alex Zarinsky already up from the 6th starting spot, up to 3rd early on, as we have a yellow. There was a car low on the backstretch, it looked like, slowing. It's like maybe it was Jimbo Rooney. And it was. Oh, it looks like, not exactly sure what happened. It happened really fast, but it looked like he slightly to come down the racetrack in the corner, did not realize the 10 car was there. Either net code or they just got really close there, and he definitely had some suspension damage. Very good job there getting off the racetrack. So no one else is involved in that one. Again, another quick caution, just as we did in the first one. But at least only 1 car was involved in this time, not half the field. There are only two drivers currently in the top 5 on the racetrack that have ever picked up a win with the 360 series. It's Ryan Sheet, who picked up a win at Lincoln Speedway last November. And of course, Bowen Smith picked up the win back in March at Volusia. So a lot of opportunities here to have a new winner with Reigel Promotions Esports. Field's come back to it, and they will see the third-party gaming green flag when they get out of turn 4. Smith once again, huge run out of the 012. Coming outside, he'll go long side, will not take the lead at the line, but he may be able to get it here out of turn 1 and 2. And he does. Move Bowen Smith to the top spot. Thompson will try to hold it through the middle, but Smith's going to have it at the line. He leads lap number 4. Thompson is struggling there on the inside. He and Sheet get together. Alex Zorinsky now going to come after the race leader. The Black Diamond Motorsports team there, 23 and 10, looking good, but we get a yellow flag. On Klimowitz Jr. and Parker Anus looks like are the two involved here. Oh, looks like he may not have been involved at all, but there's Jeremy Christensen's the 16 car there. Try to see if we can get a better camera angle of this. So the 16 just come at the racetrack. They don't have mirrors, so can't really see him. And then the 16, the 34 there, just nowhere really to go. Pace truck's still out there, but we should be getting the 1 to green right here. Yep, lights are out on the pace truck. Get back to it here. It'll be 13 laps left in this one when we get back to it. Bowen Smith fires off. He gets a great jump there on the 23. Zorinsky, though, going to look down low. He may have a shot on him. He does not. Bowen Smith has just enough momentum off of the corner. We have another 618 engraving and design caution flight. Looks like maybe Jimbo Rooney once again. It's like, I think Paul Heward that is there in a 331 gets into the back of that one car. There's nowhere else to go, and then everyone else. That's just kind of a chain reaction after that. And obviously the yellow flag came out because cars were slowing on the inside and leaders were already coming. But Bowen Smith's looking strong up front. We'll say don't count out the 23 though. He is, if we if we can get a couple laps in here, he definitely has a good shot at getting the 012. Of course, the last time that the 360 Sprint Car Series raced, it was the King's Clash. We had 55 cars there, Eldora, and we had a new first-time winner, Sean English, picked up the win. Be coming back to it here when get turn 3 and 4. Once again, leader can fire at any point after the midpoint of turn 3 and 4. Owen Smith fires, and we're back underway. Runs second. Top 4 cars there. Ryan Sheet runs third, and fourth is Colton Brewer. All 4 of them running nearly nearly single file around the top. See Ricky Thompson still falling back a little bit as 𝐒𝐫𝐫𝐢𝐬 gets by for the 5th spot. 23 is getting closer and closer to Bowen Smith. He's all over now as he go into 3 and 4. He will send one down, slide job out of turn 4. He will lead at the line. Bowen Smith, I'm sure, is going to come right back at him here in turn 1 and 2. He does. Zurinsky off the top. Zurinsky off the top, and he is down over the track. We stay green as Sheet takes the lead there at the line. Bowen Smith fights right back in 1 and 2. Now Sheet's going to send Rowan right back at him here. Just 6 laps left in this one. Sheet is going to hold on to the lead. He will take it from Bowen Smith. Move car 10 to the race lead. Colton Brewer now lurking in the shadows of Bowen Smith. Nick Larry has worked his way up to the 4th spot. Saw Bowen Smith there, went to the inside there in 1 and 2 to see if he could find anything. Got the lap car there of 16 of Jeremy Christensen working in between your leaders. Bowen Smith went for a slide job. He'll do once again here in 1 and 2. Sheet gonna come back at him. They get together there, but both keep it going. To move Colton Brewer now up to the 2nd spot. We'll come to the white flag here out of turn number 4. As we spoke earlier, Ryan Sheet and Bowen Smith were the only 2 drivers in the top 5 at that point that have ever won a race. Ryan Sheet picks up his first win here out of turn 4 since November of last year. Colton Brewer brings it home 2nd, 3rd Bowen Smith, 4th Nick Larry, and 5th Ricky Thompson. Remember, up next will be the first of our 2 B mains for the night. After your top 3 there, Nick Larry, Ricky Thompson, Anthony Villagran, Joseph Truszkowski, and Jackson Sutton. Those 8 cars will advance to tonight's feature directly. Joseph Groom, Jimbo Rooney, John Klibowitz Jr., Alex Zurinsky, Kevin Goodall, Parker, Jeremy Christensen, Jason Haynes, Paul Heward, Matthew Hobbs, and Tony Dominguez all have to go to one of the 2 B mains. Now on the pole of your first 618 engraving and design The main of the night will be the 26 of Sean Stevens. Alongside me, the 47 of Matt Hinkle. Greg Robinson go from third in car 83. Isaac Bowman in the 09 will go from fourth. Ethan Milwain in fifth. Sixth, flying Fred Hoffman. Seventh, Tayton Sander. Eighth, Trevor Royer. Ninth, Chase Shaft. And it looks like your 10th place starter of Kelly Carmen is not going to make the call. But next time around, we will come to the third-party gaming green flag. 10 laps the distance. Top 3 will move on into tonight's Silver Cup presented by Right Rear Racing. Gotta say, that is a really cool paint scheme there on the car 26 of Sean Stevens, as he'll lead us to the green here out of turn 4. Once again, we've seen that top side. You can keep that momentum and keep it on the racetrack. You are clear sailing up top. Greg Robinson there gets a little stuck in the slick. That allows Matt Hinkle momentarily, as we see Tayton Sander bouncing through the grass there on the inside. Isaac Bowman will go for the third and final transfer now. You also work by Greg Robinson. So Greg Robinson on the inside and Isaac Bowman there on the outside. Your two final transfers right now on the track. So we get a 618 engraving and design caution flag. Trevor Royer once again having some bad luck here. I see gets a little sideways there, and 13 was already coming through. That certainly is not going to help you save a race car. As the field here in turn 3 waits for the iRacing pace truck to catch up. So I have to see Fred Hoffman just come. Well, I don't know what he did. I need to see that again. I think he just decides that he's done for the race. And he decides he's going to send it over to the classic over top of the banking there in turn 3 and 4. Of course, when we were back here to the 305s in March, he could not get his car flipped back over and inside, so he just continued to sit there in the infield for pretty much the whole entire night. While I got a quick second here before we go back racing, a few sponsors we did not get to mention yet. Presenting sponsor of tonight's drivers meeting was Admin Box, and a fast qualifier tonight who was Aiden Stoll. He will receive a free wrap. Special thanks to WFO Designs for presenting that tonight. As Sean Stevens brings us back to the third-party gaming green flag. So Greg Robinson still holding that second spot. Matt Hinkle and Isaac Bowman will fight over the final transfer. A lot of drivers migrating to the inside of the racetrack now. See, they are going back and forth. They keep trading that spot as Isaac Bowman there blinks out for 1 second, but it blinks him right back into the third transfer spot. Oh, as Greg Robinson got sideways there, and him and Tayton Sander got together, so he could not slow up in time. Man, we got I don't know what we got. We got madness here for the third and final transfer. Oh, Chase Shaft gets into Bowman. Now Tayton Sander all of a sudden now is in there. Oh, now Chase Shaft gets into Robinson, it looks like there. If we get our We get a yellow flag. And we got lots going on here. Chase Shaft got in there. All both of them kept going. And I don't know what happened there. I think maybe it wasn't expecting the 83 to slow down, maybe. But nonetheless, 3 gets into him there. So we have to see who all has to go to the pit area here before we go back racing. But things change here in a heartbeat in B main number 1. Sean Stevens, Tayton Sander, and now I believe Ethan Milwane will be sitting in your third and final transfer spot in this first B main. Do you want to take a second here to mention I can see a paint scheme there for Matt Hinkle. He is starting a new 360 league this November. It's on Sunday nights. Slide Job Racing Syndicate. So if you want some more 360 action, especially on Sunday nights, make sure to check them out. It's been all Sean Stevens here in the first 618 Engraving and Design B main. But yeah, another few sponsors we did not get to mention. Obviously, did we not have any heat races tonight, but Right Rear Racing presents Heat 1, Casey Simon Cinematography for Heat 2, Twisted Speed for Heat 3, and RPS Shop for Heat 4. We'll have green, white, checkered in this one. We still have 7 of the 9 cars that started this one out there. As you can see, Matt Hinkle now has moved up into the 3rd spot. Ethan Milwane going to come in there. He gets into the back of the 42. All of them keep it going. Chase Shaft, you see, he is driving like a madman, trying to get back to that transfer spot. So we are now on our final lap of this B main. Milwane and Hinkle battle for the final transfer. Who's going to get it? Hinkle will take it at the line. Matt Hinkle will move on to tonight's Silver Cup A main. What a finish to that one, though. As Sean Stevens picks up the win in B main number 1, Tayton Sander finishes 2nd. Matt Hinkle in the 3rd and final transfer. And your non-qualifiers for tonight: Chase Shaft, Isaac Bowman, Greg Robinson, Ethan Milwane, Trevor Royer, Fred Hoffman, and Kelly Carmen. Now we have 11 more cars vying for the final 3 spots in tonight's main event. Your lineup for the 618 Engraving and Design B main number 2, Joseph Groom will go from pole alongside Jimbo Rooney in car 27. John Klimowitz Jr. will start 3rd. 4th, Alec Zorinsky, who we saw be very fast there in his first feature of the night. Kevin Goodall starts 5th. 6th is the 122 of Parker. 7th, the 16th of Jeremy Christensen. 8th, Jason Haynes. 9th, Paul Heward. Matthew Hobbs in the 420 goes from 10th, and rounding out the field will be the 118 of Tony Dominguez. All 11 cars will make the call here for this one. So 11 cars, 3 spots, 10 laps. Right after this, we'll have our Night Owl Racing League warm-up session. It's set up for 10 minutes, but we hardly ever run 10. We'll just run until the track gets into good shape. As Joseph Groom and Jimbo Rooney will lead us to the third-party green flag here in the 2nd B main of the night. Joseph Groom gets a great jump there as Rooney and 𝐒𝐫𝐄𝐒 will be in second and third. Zarinsky gets a huge run as they go both sailing off the backstretch. Jeremy Christensen will now take over the second spot. As yet, we get a 618 engraving and design caution flag. I was assuming as much, but I did not want to say it before, and we got to get a better look at this one. I can tell you that. I'd like to actually know what happened here. Obviously, the 23 come down the racetrack. They try to cut him back over. I don't know if they get locked together here, because obviously 27 comes down because he gets a little loose off the corner. I feel like they kind of got locked together, and then they just kind of both along for the ride. And then once you're on the bank, as you can see, sprint cars do not want to go up a hill. But both drivers do have a fast repair, so at least those drivers, no harm, no foul, except for now they got to come from the back. I'm assuming iRacing will make it a single file restart, even though we technically did complete a lap. Normally, at least on initial starts, iRacing likes to have the full field get through for it to count as a lap being complete. Last couple sponsors here to mention, Roya's Graphics. Sponsors Victory Lane each week for the 305 and 360 Sprint Car Series. And also third-party gaming sponsors the Green Flag, but also the Rookie of the Year, which will be given out at our award show on Sunday, December 7th. And Ty Dickinson, you made me laugh there just a little bit when I saw your message in the chat. As we get a very quick yellow there. Not 100% sure what happened. We'll see if I can get a vantage point here from our my race control camera. Maybe it was a false start here. It very well could have been. As you can see, these drivers jumped quite a bit of rows here, so I'm guessing that is definitely what what it was for. It's definitely a false start. See a couple drivers trying to do some naughty things there up front, trying to steal their spots back. But once again, we got to keep going through all the sponsors. We've got so many sponsors, we only got so much time. Fastest lap is also presented by 618 Engraving and Design, and the hard charger each race in most of our divisions receives a free setup pack from Twisted Speed. And then Pit Road is brought to you by Dirt Series Promotions, which they're really waiting for this pace truck to catch up to them right now. The Hard Luck Award, driver experiences the worst luck, who honestly can go to multiple drivers tonight. Receives a free setup pack from Premier Racing Setups. And at the last lap pass, if a driver wins the last lap pass, which we've had happen a couple times in the last couple weeks, they receive $5 courtesy of F&D Awareness. And the most approved driver at the end of the year will receive a custom trophy. Thank you to Shock Eye Racing Performance, and the Mr. Clean Driver Award. The driver that receives the least amount of incident points at the end of the year will receive free entry into next year's 360 series. Finally made it through all the sponsors. Now let's get back to racing. Joseph Groom leads right now over Jeremy Christensen and John 𝐒𝐿𝐴 Jr. Those three hold your 3 transfer spots into the big dance. Joseph Groom continues to get massive jumps on the rest of the field every single time out of 3 and 4. John Clemowitz Jr. holds that 3rd spot, as now you can see Parker there in the 2 car working the inside lines. He dimes off the corner. He will take the final transfer spot with ease in car 2. He's now going to work on the 16 of Christensen as he gets into the wall. He's lucky he didn't go over the bank, at least not yet. I don't want to speak too soon. But Tony Dominguez from P11 already up to 3rd. He gets a little squirrely there. He'll lose that final transfer there, though. As we are halfway home in this one. Dominguez continues to hit the inside, getting just a little bit too low in the grass. Oh, Zirinsky there gets into the 16. This is went to him. I'm not exactly sure what happened before that, but nonetheless, right now, Parker leads in car 2. Dominguez runs 2nd, and 3rd is John Klimowitz as we get a caution flag. Matthew Hobbs and Joseph Groom. Yeah, I was like, where the heck did Joseph Groom go? Oh, he just got a little too high there. I was wondering what happened to him. Tough luck for Joseph Groom. And he had some pretty bad luck last week, too. He was leading the early portions of the Reigel Cup in the 305s and was not able to hold on for his first career win. But tough sledding here with only 2 laps left, but never say never. He could come back from the dead here and still get a transfer spot. I'm assuming that more than likely Benjamin, our admin, will not be running much of the Night Owl Racing League warm-up session tonight. So more likely about 2 or 3 minutes of the warm-up session, and we will advance directly into our Silver Cup feature number 3 of the night, right after this one. We're going to see who holds on to this 3rd and final transfer. 23 is all over him. He will go to the inside. He will take it away here in turn 3. I just saw somebody go flying off the top there, but white flag is out. So nothing we can do now. Oh, and Zirinsky and Klimowitz get together. Klimowitz almost keeps it on the track. Paul Heward is going to come out of nowhere and take the final transfer after they get together. Man, how many times in this B-Main we've seen that happen? It's kind of unbelievable. But nonetheless, your 3 transfers in tonight's final B-Main of the night. Parker in car 122 takes the win. Tony Dominguez finishes 2nd, and Paul Heward steals it on the last lap for the final spot. Jason Haynes, Jimbo Rooney, Joseph Groom, Matthew Hobbs, Alec Zirinsky, John Klimowitz Jr., and Kevin Goodall. And Jeremy Christian. I almost forgot there's someone else on the final page. They will all have to try again next week when we head to the Williams-Grove Speedway for the National Open. Once again, we will be. It says not like 9 minutes left, but we almost never run that many minutes, so we'll probably be advanced here in about 2 or 3 minutes, and we'll head right into our feature event. Once again, just as I talked about, next week we'll be heading to the Williams Grove Speedway on Wednesday, October 8th for the National Open. 40 laps for the second annual Williams Grove National Open for the 360s. And the 305s will be in action on Monday night next week at 8 p.m. Eastern. Just as I said, we'll run advance directly into the feature, and here we go. Without further ado, your starting lineup for tonight's RPES Silver Cup at the Lernerville Speedway, presented by Right Rear Racing. Mason Hannigan, car 1, will go from the pole. Alongside car number 10 of Ryan Sheet. Matt Grimm out of Lima, Ohio, will start in the 3rd spot. Colton Brewer in car 771, go from 4th. 5th, Miles Jansen, car 35. Bowen Smith going to look for redemption and come from P6. Michael Skirring in car 07 will go from 7th. Nick Larry will go from 8th. 9th, Aiden Stoll. 10th, Ricky Thompson. 11th, John Klimowitz III. 12th, Anthony Villagran. 13th, Ty Williams. 14th, Joseph Trostowski. 15th, Ty Dickinson. 16th, Jackson Sutton. 17th, Sean Stevens. 18th, your second B main winner of the night, Parker Annis. And then 19th, Tayton Sander. 20th, Tony Dominguez. 21st, Matt Hinkle. And rounding out your 22-car starting field tonight is a 331 of Paul Heward. See, our field is assembling into the greatest sight in all of motorsports, the Victory Fuel 4 wide salute. You see a couple of the guys in the back, not exactly doing the greatest job, but they're doing their very best. Final 20 laps of racing for the night coming at you here in just a few moments. Okay, Mason Hannigan go 2 for 2 on the night. Pick up his 8th win of the year. Came 1 spot short a few weeks ago in the Sovereign Showdown at Eldora. Obviously, he and Ryan Sheet both picked up their wins earlier on. Or will we see a new winner to cap off the night? Well, we're about to find out. So I believe it is about time to go racing here at the Lernerville Speedway. 22 cars, 20 laps. Mason Hannigan leads them to the green. Hannigan leads Sheet down the back straightaway. He'll come out turn 4 and he will lead lap number 1. See Matt Grimm working the inside, so we get a 618 engraving and design yellow flag. Ty Williams, Ty Dickinson, and Michael Skirring look like they are the 3 involved in this one. Oh, looks like it started with Michael Skirring, so I guess we'll get a better look at what happened to him first. Also, the 5 was trying to roll the inside. Tough to tell from that angle, but it looked like maybe 07 had no clue he was there. Nonetheless, it's our first yellow of feature event. So we'll have a single file restart. Man, I feel like every single feature we've had tonight, I'm pretty sure, has had a yellow within the first lap. Which is kind of crazy because it doesn't usually happen. Well, I guess we'll have a few moments here. We also did announce this last week that Reigel Promotions Esports is going to be expanding into Rocket League. So if you're a Rocket League player or even not, come join us for a fun season. We'll be starting in January, we'll go through February. Bunch of awards. We have it doesn't matter if you suck like I do or if you're the best player in the world. We definitely have a division that'll fit you so you don't get your butt kicked every single week. As Mason Hagen leads us back to the green flag here. Matt Grin there did take a quick look to the inside sheet with nothing going. Brewer runs in the 4th spot. 5th is Miles Jansen. Bowen Smith looking early on to move up a spot. And he will. He will move up to 5th now. So here are a couple cars in the background. So Nick Larry runs 7th. We get a caution flag. I figured something was going to happen because I had heard a couple things we could see. I think that was not exactly sure who the car upside down there. Maybe Joseph Trusalski. Yeah, I think that's who it was. I don't know what happened there. Maybe he had a wheel, like something happened with his wheel or something. Feels like that's what happened. That's what started all that. He just comes off the corner. He couldn't have possibly broke anything. So yeah, something had to happen with his computer, and nowhere else for anyone else to go. So tough break there for Trusalski and Paul Heward. Well, just nowhere to go. Yeah, very strange to see that happen, but it's part of iRacing, though. Because I mean, you wouldn't think he ran out of fuel on lap 3. So I mean, unless he like accidentally somehow put like the qualifying setup in, which I would hope he'd realize that before then. But still struggling to get going here in the final race of the night. 2 quick yellows to start us off. Saw a comment there in the chat. Basically, to race, you just need to apply for the league or join our Discord, and you can find about any information you possibly need in there. All top couple cars are on the top sides. Now Nick Larry move past Ricky Thompson there. Seeing Thompson back for the 6th spot. Thompson continues to fight back, showing that the inside line has some juice on it, but Larry will prevail out of turn 4. Now, Brewer is going to go to the inside and slide up on Grimm. Now he will go to P3. Grimm right back at him there in turn 1 and 2. Another one's coming. Keep going back and forth for the 3rd spot. And as they do that, they actually are pulling away from Nick Larry. Oh, as Brewer sends it in really deep there in 3 and 4. Still makes it work to take the spot away, though, as I believe he may finally solely take the spot away. He is staying with Hannigan, but not able to really pull away. I mean, he's able to keep him honest, but not able to. You can only see there's a car there outside of turn 2. As now he's really reeling him in now. He was over 4/10 faster in the last lap, but now we get a yellow, just when Ryan Sheet did not want to see it. Miles Jansen gets involved in this one now. See Grimm and them were trading sliders. Oh, Jansen just gets over the top. And it probably comes back on. I'm guessing someone's going to be there. Oh, or he slows down. Honestly, smart move there. I think if he would have came back on the racetrack, a lot of things would have happened, and none of them good. So I believe that was our 3rd yellow of the evening. Definitely not what Ryan Sheet wanted to see. He was certainly reeling in your race leader as we neared the halfway point. When we get back racing, we'll be 10 laps in, still 10 to go. So it looks like the field is still waiting here for the pace truck. As notoriously on iRacing, pace truck takes a long time to come back around. Even though it comes out of turn 4 with a whole head of steam, it even gets airborne. At least right now, it's looked like it's definitely going to come down between the 1 and the 10 car. Those two, obviously, they won their features earlier on, and they both have been the class of the field in this one. Hannigan gets a good jump there, as Grimm will take that 3rd spot back away. Almost, but now Brewer powers back around the outside. Grimm going to come back to the inside, try to get back by Brewer, and he does. Move the 91 up the 3rd again. Too bad this isn't for the lead, because these two have been like stuck to each other like glue here in this race. They almost come to blows there. Now, Brewer is going to go to the inside, not able to get, as we get a yellow. Miles Jansen may have been involved in some shape or form. I'm not entirely sure if he's going to be exactly what the caution is for, but it does look like that may be. Looks like he loses it over the top once again. You see another car there. Looks like maybe Sean Stevens got sideways there, but nonetheless, I'm sure that Miles Jansen was the caution once again. He goes over the bank for the 2nd time this evening. A driver that was running in the top 5 earlier on. So we got our 4th yellow of the feature event. Another event that we have coming up that I want to mention is the Greg Hodnett tribute races. So we have the 305s on Monday, October 13th, and the 360s are racing October 15th. Both be at the Port Royal Speedway. 305s pay $8 to win, and then 360s be $12 to win. We'll be looking for some great Greg Hodnett throwback schemes for that one. I grew up as a huge Greg Hodnett fan, so I am very excited to see all the schemes that the drivers can come up with. We will have 7 to go when we get back racing. See if we can finish this one out. And we'll see who is standing tall at the end of this one. Still 19 of our 22 cars out on the racetrack. Handing it once again, gets a good jump. Ryan Sheet runs third. Matt Grimm does solely hold on to the third spot this time. Brewer runs in fourth. Fifth is Nick Larry. As you can see, Grimm still working inside. It does seem like that inside might have cleaned off there. So he'll work to the second spot. You see Villagran, I believe that's on the outside there. He's going to take it to the pit area. Grimm's going to cross the 10 car back over. We're going to get a yellow. I don't think he was the yellow. See if I can find out who it was. Joseph Trostowski, maybe? Yeah, he's gonna get over the bank. I don't know if that would have been a yellow though. I have a feeling like it was Parker there who's on the outside. Whoever that, I think it was Anthony Villagran, the car on the outside there. I think that's what iRacing threw the yellow for. It was him stopping the outside and one of the drivers coming there. It's one of the tricky things about here and another track like this is Lucas Oil. A lot of yellows happen, honestly, for things that don't even happen on the racetrack. It's just because of where the entrance and exit of the pit area is. A lot of cars are like slowing there or trying to get off the racetrack, and the yellow comes out because of it. Handing it once again, gets a good jump. We're going to see if Matt Grimm has anything for him here, though. As he has proven that the inside line, at least at 1 and 2, seems to be coming in. So now Brewer makes the move on Sheet there. He does. Sheet comes right across his nose there in 1 and 2. Tries to take the spot back. So Brewer comes back to the third spot. Still Mason handing it over Matt Grimm. Brewer runs third. Ryan Sheet fourth. Nick Larry looking at the inside of the tent now. As we get another yellow flag, and we'll get our first green-white checkered. It does look like it was Joseph Trostowski and maybe Tony Dominguez involved in this one. It looks like Trostowski's got in there a little too hot. Didn't really calculate how much 118 was going to slow down and got into him. But green-white checkered coming up here at the Lernerville Speedway. Matt Grimm will see if he can get one more shot at it. See John Klimowitz III going to get a wave around. As that should put him back on the lead lap. I believe the only other car a lap down is Tony Dominguez, who obviously was just in the last wreck. Every other car on the racetrack, I believe, is on the lead lap at the moment. We've never gotten to even, I don't even think we've ever gotten to a second green-white checkered attempt. But if we do, we have up to 3 until the race would just end under yellow. As I said, we have never even gotten to a second attempt at a green-white checkered, so let's hope we don't ever have to use a third attempt. Hope for the final time of the night, Mason Hagen fires it back off. Sheet's going to go here, try a diamond off the corner here in 3 and 4. Meanwhile, Mason Hagen leads the field up front, up to his 8th win of the season here out of turn 3 and 4. And he will do so. Mason Hagen is victorious for the second time tonight. Matt Grimm brings home second, and third is Colton Brewer. We'll get a word with our what was going to be 3, but now 2 winners since Mason Hannigan won both of his races tonight. Get a word with Mason Hannigan and Ryan Sheet here in a few moments. Mason Hannigan takes home his 8th win of the season over Matt Grimm. Colton Brewer finishes 3rd, 4th Ryan Sheet, 5th Ty Williams, 6th Nick Larry, 7th Matt Hinkle from the B main. Sean Stevens also from B main finishes 8th. 9th Bowen Smith, 10th Tayton Sander. 11th is Ty Dickinson, 12th Jackson Sutton, 13th Parker, 14th Anthony Villagran, 15th Ricky Thompson, 16th Miles Jansen, 17th John Klimowitz III, 18th Tony Dominguez, 19th Paul Heward, 20th Joseph Trusowski, 21st Aiden Stoll, and 22nd Michael Skirring. All right, does look like we have both of our interviewers tonight. So I guess first we'll interview our final race winner, Mason Hannigan. Hey Mason, how you doing?
Good. How about you?
Good. Obviously couldn't have went better for you. 2 features, won both of them.
Yeah, not a bad night. Second one there, we just started up front and had to keep her on all fours there and keep the car on the track. So we felt pretty good there and felt okay in the first feature. It really took me a couple laps to get rolling there, but once we got in the rhythm, we were pretty good.
I guess walk me through how the track state there was there for the final feature. Obviously, the first one was lightning fast with not much practice beforehand.
Yeah, I mean, definitely in the first feature, we were pretty hooked up the whole time. Uh, it really was just a matter of momentum there. It kind of set up for the later end of that first feature, but the second feature there, it slicked off quite a bit, and I knew that we were going to be pretty good. Me and Ryan out front there for sure. It's just a matter of like, if you keep it on the track, and yeah, the biggest thing was getting in the rhythm and getting going. But it was pretty hard to do that. Just we just kept having caution there, and finally we'd get some runs there. But yeah, no, other than that, pretty good points tonight, and should be pretty close to wrapping this thing up.
Yeah, for sure. You should be past the 250 point mark on your advantage now, I would think. And then we head to 2 half miles the next 2 weeks. How do you feel about Williams Grove and Port Royal?
Yeah, Williams Grove's a place I've been really good at for the last couple of years, and I don't really have a doubt that we should roll out the box pretty faster. So yeah, I'm looking forward to Williams Grove. It's definitely one of my favorite tracks, and just looking forward to finishing out these last couple of races and wrapping up the championship.
Well, congrats on the win, and anyone you want to thank before I let you go?
Yeah, all the boys at Black Diamond Motorsports, Velocity Race Designs, Ross Garanta, Andrew for putting this deal on and streaming it, and glad we could pretty much make all the races this year, and yeah, looking forward to the last couple of weeks.
Well, thanks for racing, and see you next Wednesday.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, now we'll get a word with our fourth-place finisher in the final race, but winner of our second feature of the night, Ryan Sheet. Hey, Ryan, how you doing?
How are you?
Good. Well, obviously the second one did not go the way you wanted to there at the end, but nonetheless, can't be too unhappy with picking up another win and finishing fourth.
Yeah, the slicker that I'm trying a little bit something different with the setups, and once it gets kind of really slick, it's a struggle to restart. So I think that's just what killed me tonight. So once you get kind of rolling, uh, it's fine. But trying to go from 30 miles per hour to ramp up to race speed through the slick is kind of challenging with how I'm trying to work the setup. It's just kind of hard to find the balance in the game right now. So I found it. I just got to figure out how to get it a little bit more snug, getting on the throttle.
Yeah, especially with 20 lap races like this, and obviously we had a lot of different restarts there in the final race. I was going to ask earlier, but I kind of already answered that. If your car was going away there at the end.
Yeah, no, I mean not really. I just that you have a lot of people that are probably running the bread and butter of the setups all the same, and then they only make their own minor tweaks. I'm doing something kind of completely different. It has like I just can't stand a car that the front end pushes. I need it to do what I want it to do whenever I turn the steering wheel. And so but the downfall of that is those restarts, man, and like in the slick, it doesn't want to go. It needs to a few laps to get going and get that momentum build up, and then I can start hitting the line. So the restarts kill me. So whenever you have a race that has like a lot of restarts like we had tonight, unfortunately, it eventually gets you.
Yeah, because like you said, I mean, yeah, just bad restarts, stuff to go off the box, especially when you had a green-white checkered.
Yeah, for sure. I finally decided to pull the wing back the last restart, and I almost snagged third there. Uh, and I wish, yeah, I was talking to Mason a little bit during the race on the wing position aspect, and it's hard to trust the game with how the physics are of what you should and shouldn't do. But
Yeah.
I definitely made a mistake keeping it at all the way forward during that race. Or definitely at least on the restarts in the second half of the race. So
Well, can we expect to see you next week for Williams Grove?
is that 360 or 305s?
360 be next Wednesday.
Oh yeah, I'll probably be there. I know. I think you all mix up the series a couple times, so as long as it's 360, I'll should be there.
Well, make sure you put enough fuel in because it'll be 40 laps since it's the National Open.
Oh heck yeah! Well, make sure it's slick so we can rate. I mean, you do. You always make sure it's slick. So yeah, as long as it's slick enough, man, you could probably do 50 laps at Williams Grove. How much you have to drop the throttle? So
Well, thanks for racing tonight. And is there anyone you want to thank before I let you go?
yeah, just all the guys at Black Diamond. They grind a lot. We have a lot of different team setups to start baselines off of. To even through the years, some of these older setups, 7 years later, still hold true to all the physics updates, which is a pretty good testament to how the team built setups using Motec back in the day. And then Nate at Totally Tinted, Tim with Nichols at Tim Sims, Zach at Brown's Wraps and Tints. Thank you for putting these events on. Sometimes I know it can be hectic for you, but everyone does appreciate having a place to race, whether we get pissed off or not. So, thanks for what you do and what you put up with.
Oh, I appreciate that, and we'll see you next week.
Awesome, man. Thank you.
All right, that was your winter race winner tonight, Ryan Sheet, and he finished 4th in the final race of the night. Well, that is about going to wrap it up for Silver Cup here, presented by Right Rear Racing. As you can see here, our next event will be the Williams Grove National Open next Wednesday night, presented by Right Rear Racing. 40 laps at the Williams Grove Speedway. It'll be live right here on Regal Promotions Esports. And the 305s will be in action on Monday night, also live right here at Williams Grove. They will run 25 laps. So you can see we have a couple of great events coming up. We got Port Royal and Weedsport yet to round out the month of October. Then we go to Bristol and Charlotte to cap off the season. Thank you all for watching, and hope to see